Hello, and welcome to Your Worst Nightmare, another RPG actual play podcast. Solotude, a journaling RPG podcast, is just me in a room, not to brag, with a journal, a solo RPG, and some damn good coffee. I play to see what happens in the story I write in my fictional journal, and you get to hang out next to me by the fire. My name is Auri. Welcome. I hope you enjoy our time together. This episode is a dramatic journal entry reading for the prompts we got to in the previous episode. Some things might have changed a little bit from the decisions made in the episode, since I've had a bit of time to collect my thoughts and write stuff down. This is Solotude. We do what in the shadows. Prompt 65. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Fuck, I don't cast a reflection after all. October 1989. Facial reconstruction surgery. Ka-ching! Spinal reconfiguration surgery. Ka-ching! Bolivian butt enhancement. K-A-cha-cha-ching. Dr. Merangue Orphanage is a genius. She met with me a few times and was able to calculate the precise operations needed to make me look like Marcel Delacroix. That is, to make me look like myself again. But genius is not enough. The Dr. Orphanage is also an artist. Like the Renaissance masters of the past, she wields the instrument of flesh carving with such expertise. It is no wonder she's called the Star Sculptor. Oh, how I'm going to surprise Liz at home when I look like Marcel Delacroix. She'll be ever so delighted. Should I go home knocking and pretend I haven't lived in her basement for years? Or perhaps I could wake her up in her sleep, like a fantastical fairy tale. Or I could burst out of her basement and shout, "Where's my little darling?" Maybe I'll improvise. Yes, I'll do that. I'll improvise. I'm so very happy with how my face is turning out. Just 6 months of checkups and adjustments, and I should be all Marcel'd up. Can't wait to surprise Lizzie. Guy Miracleman, 447 years old. Prompt 69. The 1,000-year-old vampire. April 1990. He is magnificent. He's strong. He's pulsing with a primal energy known amongst the undead as whey protein. The father of vampires and bringer of the pump, Father Schwarzenegger, master. I am now his honored guest in his manor in California, walking through these halls filled with lost art and artifacts from bygone eras. I am beginning to understand how old he truly is. This morning he took me to an inner sanctum he guards even from the skull crushers. It is a library, and the only room I have seen in the manor where there are no weights to be seen. There is one pull-up bar though. He left for the day to attend to his responsibilities as an action star. But I have spent the day poring through the tomes of this collection. They are all journals he has written, from all the lives he has lived. I have collected here some of the most striking entries, those that most accurately describe the master's character. If he's a viper, my humble existence is merely a smiling, harmless garden snake. In many ways, we are the same. but the darkness of his shadow is a moral eclipse cast upon Western history. He's evil incarnate. He is cheese become man. Funny enough, we met at Dr. Merangue's office. I was waiting for my checkup. He came in for a checkup. Immediately we knew we had a shared past. So he brought me here to his estate in Los Angeles. The oldest text is ancient, from biblical times. It is written on leather in a strange language. Luckily, there's an English translation under the original text. It says, "My name is Unable, and this is my recounting of my life and the shaping of mankind. I plant the crops, pray to the Lord to bless them with rain. I tend to them, then harvest. Plant, pray, tend, harvest. Repeat. What kind of a fucking life is this? I never wanted to be a farmer in the first place. Career counseling is a joke when you are one of two people in existence, at least according to the Judeo-Christian worldview. My brother, Abel, on the other hand, he's got it made. While I toil and plow the fields, he gets to be admired by all the animals. He rules over them, for he's the shepherd. I know I would be the better leader, the better king. How the sheep would adore me and do my bidding. Every night, as I put down my farming equipment, I pray to the Lord to give me a stronger body so I could take over Abel's flock. But he hears me not. The Lord cursed me with a weak and flabby body, while Abel's body is a work of art, big and powerful. I loathe him, and how easy he has it. I have the temperament of a leader. All I lack is the body of one and the opportunity. If only I had the strength. I would force Abel to give up his position, but I cannot best him." Then a second entry marked a few weeks after. "I am going through some changes. I had to stop my work early today, for my body ached and my hands trembled so. I saw that Abel was hanging around with his flock. The sheep looked up to him and smiled as he fed them. I looked at my farm, where everything was weak, dry, on the verge of death, me included. I walked to the river to cool myself off. There, I encountered a radiant being, a messenger from the heavens, an angel of paradise. Finally, I would be granted my wishes. The light enveloped me and I felt my body grow in strength. Yes, this is my wish. Strength to overcome my brother, to become the shepherd, to be followed and obeyed. I came home, and in my holy frenzy invented the big three: bench, squat, and a deadlift. Now that they had been created, they could never return to the realm of imagination. With my newfound strength, I faced my brother and did something no one had ever done before: murder. With my brother's blood on my hands, I suddenly remembered the light from before had a shade of darkness to it, a fracture. And no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. My head shed all its hair, and from my scalp a pair of pronged horns emerged. The horns of a sheep. Ha! The Lord mocks me. I am the shepherd now, but only in name. The sheep do not trust me, but I shall lead them nonetheless. I am their rightful ruler. It is my duty and destiny. I am ashamed of what I did, and can no longer face the Lord's light in the sky. It used to keep me warm, yet now it only burns. If he shall not avert his gaze, I shall find solace in the deep shadows of the earth. Ye unknown, formerly unable, son of Adam, now I am called Cain, son of Lucifer. There's quite a few volumes here, but I'm going to pick a few that seem to be more important. The next interesting journal entry is from 399 BC. The people of Greece have begun calling me the Oracle of Delphi, but that is a typo. I am and have been for hundreds of years the Oracle of Deltoid, the ancient world's foremost fitness instructor and life coach. From all over the civilized lands, people in need of guidance seek me out. Some of them I eat, some I help. Depends. I have my harem of priests, those I have already turned, to help me in my unholy quest. For hundreds of years, I have attempted to gain ultimate power. First I tried war, but the army of darkness is not able to march under the sun's holy light. Then I turned to ideological means. If, as the oracle, I can turn and influence the minds of the masses to align with my wishes, they will become mine to control. Finally, the sheep will bow down their heads in the presence of the true shepherd. Just a side note here, his voice seems to be changing throughout the times, which is an interesting thing. I don't think that has happened to me. Has it? Let us continue. I have just encountered a peculiar man. He's named Socrates, who I believe will become a nuisance to me. He came to me asking who is the wisest of the Greek. I wanted to soften him up, so I said of course Socrates is. He was perplexed. He made a whole philosophical thing about it, how he knew nothing and that's what makes him wise. I just tried to soften him up, for he had an edge to him. He somehow saw my true form, at least sensed it. I had heard stories of Socrates from my servants, how he had started philosophizing as a hobby and distraction from his true passion, hunting vampires, but I could not distract him with flattery. He left, but I felt like he would come back with a mob of aggressive oiled-up thinkers, philosophers. What a nuisance! I have to give up this disguise and find a new road to absolute power. 399 BC, Oracle of Deltoid. The next tome is ripped to shreds. It just says, did what I had to do. Got an easy 30 silver coins. Going to buy a jungle gym for me and the apostles I've turned. Hashtag hustling. Hashtag mo money. Judas, 33 AD. There are also some notes scattered around that are in Latin, written by the master under the name Brutus. Of course, Brutus is a Latin name from the Roman Empire, but when translated into English it means Arnold. It is all starting to come together. The volumes of him becoming Father Weichnegger, the dunking monk, in the 14th century are interesting. Apparently he had been hiding from the Philosopher's Symposium for nearly 1,000 years, breeding servants in caverns in the Middle East. Then his journals depict him encountering the Radiance once again. It said unto him, the only way to absolute power is through dominance. The way to dominance is through the church. The papacy holds the key to the pearly gates of paradise. Obtain it, let me in, and all shall be yours. I give you the gift of playing evil sports to gain the love and admiration you need. Use your newfound gifts and flex unto the world. This is when he showed up in Vienna as the priest who united the different schools of monastic sports into Holy Ball. He became Father Arnold Weischnegger, the buffest dude to ever give a sermon. Then an interesting set of volumes titled Popehood, a failed attempt at faking holiness. There are 3 tomes: Pope Glutius Maximus, Pope Glutius Medius, and Pope Glutius Minimus. I see, it was all him. He posed as 3 different buttocks-based popes. There's no way anyone could have ever seen the truth behind such a masterful deception. This is a dark 150 years of European history, and the reign of Pope Glutius Minimus ends in 1820 with 2 giants of philosophy, Jeremy Bentham and Wilhelm Hegel, combining their forces to take him down. During his reign, approximately 100,000 vampires were created in his pursuit of the secret papal key to the gates of heaven. Most, if not all, of the fresh converts died or disappeared quite quickly. There's a few mentions of a squid-like being going around collecting them with promises of greatness. It figures Miriam Liquid would have its tentacles around others as well, just like it had me. The 2 philosophers were unable to defeat the Master for good, but instead they apparently sealed the papal powers. No future popes could access the secrets of papal magic. Therefore, the papal combat tournament was also never held again. I wonder if the Master obtained the means to enter paradise before his downfall. He emerges again in the mid-20th century as Rudolf Schnitler, the evil half-brother of Adolf Hitler. Wait, Adolf Hitler is the good brother? What the fuck? The Master as Rudolf Schnitler benefited greatly from the Nazi regime, controlling things as a great puppet master from behind the scenes. He continued his millennia-long obsession to obtain absolute power, but the Nazis, of course, failed him. Then Arnold Schwarzenegger appears in the 1960s, an Austrian bodybuilder who during the 70s and 80s is turned actor. I shall read a short portion of the last journal in this collection. The world is connected like a worldwide superweb. Culture, more precisely entertainment, is power. Hollywood is the church of modernity. I still have the key to paradise inside me, but I need the adoration of the world to finally open the gate. I am the #1 movie star now. I am Mr. World. I am Mr. Universe. I am getting close. Nothing can stop me now. I shall be the shepherd of all. Arnold Schwarzenegger, 1990. I see it all so clearly now. His obsession for thousands of years. He's still that lonely farmer, trying to become the beloved shepherd. And now he is close. I was always just a pawn in his great game of Holy Ball, a spiker with the ever-burning right hand. But so is he a piece in the cosmic game of chess, played by beings of a higher order. He's not my enemy, but he's not my ally either. Let him open the pearly gates and allow darkness to infest the sun as evil takes over. Finally. I need to go home and turn my lovely daughter to shield her from the descent into Satan's rule. She shall serve the master with me. At least then we can be together and happy. She'll be delighted when her ancestral father returns home. Oh, I found my name in one of the journals. The master wrote down the event of him turning me. It is time to accept who I am, have always been. It is time for the circle to be complete. Guido Lanzoni, 448 years old. Thanks again for listening, folks. My name is Auri Itämäki and Solotude is my personal project. I hope you enjoyed this episode. This was one of my personal favorites. I was super happy to make it. You can follow Solotude on Instagram at SolotudeShow. And if there's something you liked, please drop a message or comment. Also, please rate and review the show. Tell a friend so people can find it a little bit easier. Additional episode music and sound effects courtesy of Epidemicsound. Theme song courtesy of me. Thanks again for listening, everybody. See you next week. Bye!